What's up, squad? We're back with another banger. And today we are going to be going through the NFL mock draft for the first time this year. And there is only today and then tomorrow is it. I'm excited. What are we doing there? We're doing a alternating 1-2, are we doing a collab?
I think we're just gonna pick.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Let you guys know how we're feeling.
Right.
Let you know how the draft's really gonna go. All these fake puppies out here.
Yeah.
I know you guys were waiting for this.
Last time I caught another YouTubers, I think I went 06 on the playoff picks. So
we're here to save the day.
Yeah.
For you guys.
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna do traits. We're going for legit. We're trying to predict the draft. We're not telling you what we would do. We're telling you what's gonna happen tomorrow.
All right. So make sure you put all your money on this.
Yep. Before we get into the vid, make sure to leave a like if you end up enjoying the vid.
They're obviously gonna enjoy the vid.
But yeah, you guys are gonna enjoy the vid. So leave a like. Comment down below what changes you would make.
We want to talk to you guys.
Yeah. Subscribe to join the squad, of course. Turn on notifications so you don't miss anything.
Those are massive. Comment section. Noties. It's probably subscribe. Right?
Alright guys, let's get into it. Stuff I should know. First up, it's Cam Ward.
Yep.
Good, does YouTube streams. Fortnite.
You gotta love it.
He's the best player in the draft.
You gotta love the OG Fortnite builds. He keeps it with it. That's how you know he's good. He doesn't go to zero build. Browns.
Basic here. Tosh can eat up, but it's Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter. It's the same with the Giants. This one's a little more doable. Well, I mean, they're both doable depending on the offer. But Browns could get a better offer, honestly.
Obviously, you guys remember last year, Giants GM traded away Saquon. I think he's going to be genuinely too scared to make a trade again right now. So
could they sneaky one Jetty, maybe?
Low-key.
That owner's cherry. Saw it on Hard Knocks. But we'll go Abdul Carter.
Yep.
The kid's freak at the edge spot. Now the Patriots. This is where feels like the draft's gonna start.
Yeah.
Possibly a lot of talks have been heating up with the Patriots. They could go Genty. They could trade out of the spot. They could like Membu more than Campbell.
Heck, they could like T-Mac.
People with the arm
nice
size.
Little piece with Stephon Diggs.
They do. And trading back wouldn't be bad. They have a couple of holes to fill, but they look like a team that wants to win now. Like they want to start getting the show on the road. They're tired of the rebuild.
Yeah.
But I think they're gonna end up going with Campbell.
Yeah. You gotta help out Drake May. I mean, the kid's still
desperate on the O-line.
Give him time in the pocket to work. Hit Stephon Diggs.
Give him a blue chip type prospect.
Yeah.
At O-line, coming from LSU, they always produce. So give him that. Now this is where the draft really starts.
Not only that, but we have not the exact same opinion on what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know where it's gonna be by tomorrow, where we're gonna release our final mock drafts.
Yes. Both of them.
You know, just been kind of flying around with this pick all through last night. Been looking at it a lot. Right. I mean, I switched guys probably 4 times last night.
Yeah.
Who I thought they're gonna be.
But
one guy I know it wasn't was Mason Graham. That's too many Masons in one bed.
Yeah.
But yeah. It feels like it's not gonna be Mason Graham. Been saying that for a while, and then Adam Schefter even came out and said it. We were here first.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if I want to tell you guys what I'm thinking, or
you don't want to spoil that
surprise.
Keep the secret.
I mean, unless we did it right here, I'd be foolish.
We can say what guys we're thinking they could go with. Obviously, not missing Graham. Genty is definitely on the table. If they want to go O-line,
Membu's partially on the table.
Even Josh Simmons was kind of like a sneaky one for a second for us. So we'll see. They might even trade back if they were to go him.
Moneybags.
I think Matthew Golden could be a surprise pick.
Yeah, they'd both be good
electrifying
pairings.
Speed.
With Brian Thomas, I feel like they're both different kind of receivers.
Yeah. They could go Tyler Warren.
Yep.
They could push it there at tight end. They just lost Evan Ingram and Christian Kirk, so those both amazing.
You're scaring me though.
I mean, those
on the draft.
Those are both massive needs. I mean, those were T-Law's guys.
Obviously, if you trade back, it obviously puts other people in contention as well. Because according to reports, they they're not scared to possibly trade back for this player. That's how comfy they feel getting him.
They've said a lot of things when it comes to the Jags.
It could be smoke. They could be changing
a lot
their
of
minds.
smoke. I don't know. They could just go Mason Graham. I doubt it.
Yeah, I know.
Will Johnson, Johnny Barron, obviously also on the table. I mean, they could really go anywhere at this spot. They have a lot of holes to fill, so I think it could be. I wouldn't mind trading back if I was them. I mean, when I looked at their depth chart, I mean, it looked horrible.
It looked horrible.
I don't know. I've been leaning Genty. I know a lot of people have been picking it. That's why I don't like it. But
should I just tell you guys what I like to do?
Yeah, you can tell us.
All right. So I like the Cowboys to trade up. There have been talks about the Cowboys liking to trade up. That's not necessarily where I started having this pick before that was even talking about, but I have them trading up for Genty in front of the Raiders. I feel like that'd be a kind of guy maybe Jerry Jones would go for. Try to bring in the money, bring in Genty, everybody loves him. But also the Jags, when they're back there, I have them taking Colston Loveland. Still a positional player. I think they can seriously use some help at the tight end spot. Give T-Law some help. They lost Kirk.
He's a really good
receiver. He really got Gabe Davis as a receiver too. Not great there. Let's run that this time around, huh?
Okay, we'll run it this time around.
You can feel how comfy it feels. How right it feels. Not comfy. It's not comfy. It's right.
I like how the two teams look.
I don't know. I've been doing like a first, second, and like a next year third or something. Run that actually, maybe a second round, maybe a fourth round, not second.
Okay.
Genty.
I did a little cutting there, but here we go.
Yeah.
Raiders sitting here. Mason Graham fell to him. Genty's not there. The pick that obviously it seems like they wanted. Even though there's just some talk that it might not have been a dude. They might like Armand Membu.
They could like T Money bags.
I shouldn't have said that. No, whatever.
They could easily take T Money bags because you don't have much going on at that position right now other than Jacoby Ryan.
Yeah. The thing I like about him too is like
and
Pete Carroll's the
Pete Carroll
quarterback.
Take your shirt off, take your pants off. It's done.
I'd say quarterback.
Take your pants off.
Coach. I really like Jahdae Barron here too. Like option. There was talk that Jahdae Barron, like teams are really liking him. He could go early. He's a fast corner. They've been desperate at corner for a while, looking for their guy. I'm down to go Jahdae.
I like Jahdae. People are high on him. You gotta trust those smart executives. They know what they're talking about.
This pick's a little tricky too. A lot of people have picked Memba here if he falls. They are desperate at the right tackle spot. Tyler Warren, also very nice, delicious option. Mason Graham also fell down here. I don't think he'll go here.
I know you've been kind of on my table where like, I don't know, they've been studying Tyler Warren for a while.
I also think Kelvin Banks could be an option.
And when you look at their tight end situation, it's absolutely horrendous. I don't know what's going on there. They seriously need some more help for Fields. They only got Garrett Wilson right now.
He makes a lot of sense, I feel like, Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
A mobile quarterback. He needs a bigger target.
And
he's very athletic. And right tackle, it's not his blind side. He's a right-handed quarterback. He's very mobile. And it's like a fresh team that just got him. Like, they're going to be like, whatever, F the O-line. At this point, we're chilling now. We got Jay Fields in the building. In the cut. So we're going to go Tyler Warren here.
Yeah, we're going to go Tyler Warren. Give him a nice
makes
little tasty
lot of
option
sense.
to throw to.
Aaron Glenn's going to like that prospect there.
Yeah, the kid was breaking records at Penn State.
Little baggage. Okay.
All right.
Carolina sitting here. Mason Graham still on the table. Sitting there in the green room with his family waiting to get picked.
Jalen Walker.
A lot of people are
picking that.
I don't think so. It feels a little early for him, honestly.
For me, my bigger options are, I think, Mason Graham and T-Money. They could seriously use another receiver.
Give Bryce Young a serious option this time around.
Yes, give him a serious chance.
It's a prove-it year for him, especially for the coaches. You kind of want to see where he's at.
I feel like T-Money's getting a little underrated right now. Like, I don't know.
I think he's going to be good.
People are going to like their
It's a big frame for a short quarterback as well. It just makes so much sense. I like the pick.
I love the pick.
I love the pick.
If I'm the Panthers.
Boom. Here's an interesting little pup here.
Another possible trade back spot.
This could be a trade back spot.
Fins are definitely on the table
I don't know if they want to go quarterback.
with Jalen Ramsey.
Fins are on the table. They could go Jalen Ramsey, yeah. They could just even be normal.
And with Mason Graham on the table, the Fins could be training up for that.
That could be interesting.
The Niners, too, even, like, if they wanted to go for a Mason Graham.
Niners.
A
I think
Membo.
the Colts could be in consideration to maybe trade up and snake Colson Loveland right in front of the Bears and the Jags.
The Niners.
And talks, they really like them. The Broncos, obviously, always in consideration. When it comes to trading up, they could really get anyone.
A lot of options on the table.
There's talks that Broncos do really like Loveland. So
Yes.
Loveland could go earlier than we think. I mean, a lot of talk that
Absolutely
people like
could.
him.
Which could be nerve-wracking for the Jaguars and what I think would happen, but
Can't be afraid to get a little
I
free.
know I don't want to be afraid to get different because like I want to just pick what I have going on
Right.
in this draft.
Membo on the table. I don't know what like the Colts situation is with like picks. Honestly, just want to check that out real quick.
Probably middle line action.
Solid. They just got to pick every round.
That's cool.
They probably just have all their picks.
So it's definitely doable if they want to go
could.
get A-Rich an option.
That could be fun. And he's tall. They
Big time.
love tall cats at every position. I mean, look at A-Rich. Kid's massive.
He's got top things going on.
I don't know. Yeah. It's a big trade back looking spot.
Yeah.
Even certain teams can trade up for Membu, the Seahawks, something like that. In front of the Bears. I don't know. What are you thinking here?
I think I'm leaning towards either Finns or Colts making a trade here. The Niners could as well, especially with Mason Graham on the table. I think it'd be smart for them to do, but they can wait, pick Nolan or something. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna force something like that. They seem like a team that likes to reach.
Right.
So not that Nolan.
I don't mind doing the Colts. I haven't done this yet.
I haven't done it either, so
It'd be
I'd
pretty
be
fun.
happy to get different with that and see what happens.
See how it feels.
See what happens for. Okay, yeah, we already have Colts.
I know, but I like them on the left stuff.
That's nice.
Just a little glitch on the
Yeah.
first, third.
I mean, the Saints don't really need picks. They can just
throw a
take,
fifth in there.
just give them better picks.
They really need future. Whatever. Something like that. But you get the point.
You get the point.
It's only a first round mock.
Yeah.
Lovelandia.
There he is.
Boom. Just like that, he's the first Michigan player off the board. That's another thing I kind of like about it. They just kind of talk about that. I don't know.
Yeah.
They'll just throw that in while they're talking.
Right here, O-line is the big look of things, especially with Membo and Kelvin Banks on the table. Kelvin Banks getting a lot of talk to go to Chicago, and I do like the fit there. I think it looks classic. I don't know. I feel like that was kind of being drafted, like mocked a lot earlier around.
Hey, Membo.
No,
Kelvin Banks. I was gonna say.
a lot
I like
earlier
Kelvin
that
Banks
was happening.
more. I'm leaning between either
Obviously,
Kelvin Banks
want to keep
or
too
Mason
many
Graham.
guys up top.
because Mason Graham. I mean,
I'm definitely getting
could see it just like
little
fell to the
uncomfy.
lap and he kind of likes it.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting a little uncomfy with these
Ryan
guys. up here.
Hampton, a lot of people talk about they can go running back.
Right, but in this situation with how many players are up here, I don't know.
You can't take him over.
Yeah, all these guys.
Yeah. Even like Edge could be on the table, like a Michael Williams.
It definitely could.
Jalen Walker's still here. A lot of yummy players.
Lots.
Could see back-to-back Michigan. Could see Kelvin Banks. I don't know what you're thinking here.
I don't know. I think I want to go with one of the old linemen. I think it's a. I mean, they've been making moves in the off season, but it's clearly what their biggest weakness was last season. Help out Caleb Williams. Let the kid truly develop. I don't know. I could go either one. I'd normally go Kelvin Banks, but at the same time,
Right.
part of me thinks maybe Membo because of how many top options we got right now.
I could see like these guys still being available.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know, towards the fence pick.
We definitely have a lot of, I don't know, just we still got Graham, Membo on the table, and I feel like, I don't know how long I'm going to keep both
Could
of them
see
up
Membo
there.
go here. The kid's a freakish athlete. And his size is insane.
A lot of people like him and this other.
I did like Kelvin, but I do kind of like Membo. Membo.
Let's go Membo.
I like how the Mizzou looks next to it.
A little
Right.
bit, I mean, not different according to most mocks, but like for us, it's different to do. We normally do Kelvin. I think it's a great fit there. They could really use some help on that line too. Not a real guy.
I mean, a lot of people say D-line.
Yes.
I could see Mason Graham
With Graham
finally
on the
going
table,
here.
they might
Could see Walter Nolan.
go ahead.
I could see Graham just kind of going here. Maybe even Kelvin
tough
Banks
guy
goes
to
there.
pass
I don't
on.
know. Debating on it still. Never mind.
Like, I don't know. I feel. Man, the Jags feel like he traded back up for Graham. That'd been insane. Still get him back.
That'd
here.
be crazy.
It makes you feel like Graham's got to go off the table here, just considering the Jags be able to
I
actually
could see him
have
going
him
off
fall.
here. Yeah, I could see Graham here.
Yeah, maybe we could have went Kelvin there on the last one.
Yeah, we could switch it
We could
if we want.
Let me see what that looks like whenever you pick Graham there.
Graham.
Yeah, I think Graham's the pick. Either
Looks
way, if
good.
he's there. Let's look at the all there.
Huh.
You just click on all there. We'll be looking like. Fine. I mean, the top 11 picks.
It's Seawall.
Top 11 picks. We
I
got
don't mind how it
guys
looks.
going off the table. All right, Jaguars. Loveland's not there. Money bags is not there.
Could be looking D-line. Probably not. Could be looking Hampton.
Right. I think they want to probably go with some offensive
at this
help.
point. Could go Golden.
Even a
Will
Meeks. A lot of people say Meeks
Amika.
could be going earlier than expected, which I
say
think
he's good at the interview process.
I think he's arguably the top receiver on the board. Maybe Money's just in front of him, but I think he's better than Matthew Golden in my opinion.
I mean, I feel like someone here's got to be their guy. I feel like that guy might still be on the table.
Yeah.
Just who they wanted.
Even a Josh Simmons.
I don't know if they would have felt safe enough to trade back with like a Will.
Yeah.
Even Kelvin would have been a little scary. Maybe Josh Simmons is in play here.
Definitely in play.
I don't know. I think I'd be between.
I like one of these receivers, considering there's no tight ends on the table anymore.
I'd be between one of these two.
It's a tough call. I normally have like falling to the Packers, so it'd be very different if
I could see
Pat
a
Golden
big
go
Boots
here.
go here.
I know.
Honestly.
I feel like he'd be really. I don't know. He's
kinda
great
like it.
pick.
I like it.
I like that. Let's run that.
And people might
That's why you're trying to
be a little heated at first with the Jags for it, but I think overall it's a good pick.
They know they were how to pick these receivers right here. That'd be a phenomenal one that you're getting out in Jacksonville.
Fins, they could be looking O-line, they could be looking corner.
Right.
Still
D-line's
coming
on the
Banks,
table as
Simmons. He's been passing his medical check for a lot of teams apparently, and he's just a massive athlete. I mean, he was way up there on the boards before he got
I
injured.
feel like these rankings are kind of based off just the injury.
Right.
D lineman as well on the table with Nolan, Grant, Harmon, a lot of great options right there.
And a lot of edges. They love their edges, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna go an edge.
I
I think we're
hopefully
gonna get an
finally
edge run in a second here.
I like Will Johnson here. It's a dream scenario for me.
I can see it. Part of me feels like it's gonna be one of those D linemen though.
D-line.
Yeah.
Seal.
Feels like we wanted any three of those guys. Could use O line, but like you still have Patrick Paul if you wanted to wait
Yeah.
to
People
pick
did
one
forget about
or
that.
trade for one.
They drafted him last year. He's got a monster frame. I mean,
Monster for you.
his helmet's sick too.
Kid's probably like
He's got
6'7". Is it? Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, Will would be ideal.
They could go D-line.
for
Jalen
for us
Ramsey could
considering
be
we like Will
gone.
and Finn there.
And Jalen Ramsey, he could even get traded later in the draft.
Definitely could. He
maybe
could
he's-
get traded to the Saints if that trade ends up happening. It obviously didn't happen this time around.
Right.
Um,
Even teams later in the first round, if they want to get back in the first round, like the Vikings, they don't have a lot of picks.
Right.
I don't know.
Will could also
I
be.
mean, they could go D-line.
Will just because of the injury talk there. If he's gonna pass, he's been passing people's a little bit there, but injury could be a slight concern. Vince or
I
no,
want to go Will.
no different. Vince are definitely not different to injury-prone players.
But I don't know. I like getting the
go Will if you want.
the future
I think it's gonna be one of those D
team.
linemen in this situation.
I like getting the future corner one of the
Yeah, I think for me, I don't know which D lineman I would win, but one of those guys seems
I mean, I could see like a
like it.
Derek Harmon.
They look naughty next to him.
Maybe I know they're a little nervous with the knee.
Yeah,
I could
Any
see
of those
that being
guys
in
would
play.
say.
Saints sitting here. Shador still on the board. Dart. A lot of people talk about that. I don't know if they want to go quarterback.
I feel like
Calvin Banks,
like, edge and O-line could be
is still sitting
big
here.
needs for them.
Jalen Walker, I don't feel like he fits their system. But a guy like Michael Williams, Shamar Stewart,
double trade back,
very physical guy.
That'd be a little wild.
That could happen.
If a team like the Ravens or something, for example, wanted to trade up for one of these edge rushers before someone like the Falcons take him, because they're most likely going to be taking one, it could happen.
Even the Eagles, maybe.
Eagles could make a move on that for sure.
They wanted the edge. I don't know.
Maybe even Goddard's in the trade. Who knows?
That's fair. I don't know. It could go Kelvin. Could go edge. Kel, Shamar. What do you like here?
I don't know. There's a lot of options on the
Can
table
you see the
for
edge
just
run
all these
start?
picks at this point. I feel like edge run has to start. I mean, it doesn't have to if the Saints won.
Right. Assuming the Falcons, they're going to pick an edge.
They're going to pick one.
What do you like here?
I think, I don't know. I don't know which edge they'd want to pick. It's like, I don't normally have the Saints pick one of these guys.
I mean, like Mikel, I think
he
looks like he could be a Saint.
Looks like a Saint for sure.
If it's their ideal vibe.
I think if I was going to have the Saints stick and pick, that's who I'd go with. I think even if the Ravens straight up, it'd be Mikel as well. Maybe if someone was like the Eagles, then maybe it'd be either
right.
Any Mike Green or Jalen Walker. I don't know. Any of that.
What do you think here?
Any of that would be nice.
Could trade back. Don't want to force.
Let's go Mikel.
I might go Mikel, yeah.
I don't know if they'll double dip the chip.
Right.
Right
Falcons got to look
here,
at
I'm
edge.
typically big on Shamar Stewart.
I like Shamar Stewart.
The kid's young, athletic, like
physical,
crazy
specimen. I mean, the
he
stats don't
matches
show
the
it, but the
Falcons
kid
pick.
is insane. He gets to the quarterback.
Yes.
He's a teammate kind of guy.
He's a nice guy.
Kind of guy. I mean, he helps the team a lot.
A lot.
So like Good Morning Football had a good vibe to him.
Could be contending for playoffs. Probably win their division next year.
Yeah, we're gonna go Shamar.
If Penix B's the guy that I think he can be. Should be a good team there.
I mean, I like how the board looks. I could see the board looking like this.
For sure. Oh yeah.
Cardinals sitting here, edge at the top of their needs, but they got Sweat. I don't know if they want to go. They visited a lot of edges.
This could be weird, but like I could see like them helping somebody out, like kind of trade for no line in front of the Hawks, considering Calvin Banks is still on the table. You know, it's a weird way to think about it, but I mean, I don't know who would trade up, but
yeah, who would like
something to think about
for O-line
if that happened.
Texans.
Oh yeah, Texans
are
like
pieces. Lions. I don't know if they want to help the Lions.
Ravens need a line, don't they?
Ravens probably.
I don't know if they need tackle or inside O line. I don't remember.
Houston would probably be most realistic. I doubt they'd want to help the Lions in the conference. It could look D-line. Could have a D-lineman finally go again.
Definitely. I think for them, it's either D-line or corner would be what would happen if they happen to stick and pick.
Right.
Corner's kind of falling off the table. There's still top 3 D-line guys on the table.
Maybe they like Siobhan Revelia, injury guy. Could be higher on their board. Something like that. Amos, been talks about him being a little good, but we don't like him.
Well. He didn't grade well.
He's a senior with bad grades.
Looks kind of weird. He gets me Xavier Legette vibes, to be honest.
I think he's gonna be even worse than Legette. I feel like he's just. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna get cooked by every receiver. Honestly, I feel like he's gonna be slow. Reaction time doesn't feel like it's there. Yeah.
For me, it's either D-line or one of those trades would happen if you want to try to stack up any trades more.
Could stack with trade. Trying to think about like other trades to do later.
Do the Ravens need tackle or can you check that? Yeah. I mean, I know the tackle. Tackle or no. Okay, well.
Graves Vela, I think I could go.
Be good. Texans there. What's their pick situation look like?
Oh yeah, let's check the Texans.
Texans probably the most realistic option here.
Not
They
two
got
thirds.
picks, and obviously Houston does like their trench men if the buddy has his eyes set on somebody.
What's the Cardinals switch looking like? Not amazing.
They could use some picks.
I mean, not bad, but
I know it's similar, but like still, one team needs a lot of position action. Houston seriously needs some help at the O-line.
tough call. They could trade up.
It'd be different. I kind of want to do that if you're down. I think
I'm down to do
Cardinals,
it.
with
I'm
the
down to
amount of D linemen on the table, I think they
seeing
can
the
win.
line still here.
I think with the draft that's going on right now, I think it could be a serious option.
Could be looking at thirds. Would that be like enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe a little. Future.
Obviously, it doesn't matter for this guy,
whatever.
but not really. Any
Kelvin's
of these
still
guys,
here.
Kelvin,
I think Josh could
Simmons
maybe even
looks
be
like a
more
good
in play
fit.
because Kelvin, obviously, with the injury, they both had injury. Simmons passing a lot of medical, though. I don't think that's really in the convo when it comes to him. They could be looking to
I
Bell,
like him.
maybe even Booker, Donovan
For
Jackson.
sure.
I kind of like Simmons.
I like him too. He
feels
looks
like
right.
a great pick.
I don't know if Stroud played with him at all.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how
I like the
old Simmons is, but
Yeah.
that'd be ideal.
Losing Tunsil and someone else on the O line,
Yes.
and getting a very athletic guy out of Simmons,
Oh, yeah.
who has a high ceiling.
Big
He
time.
could reach the potential of what Tunsil was for them, even better.
Texans could be dangerous if that move happens.
I like it. Bengals sitting here could be looking edge. They're kind of
After
nice little
last
pair up with
year,
Henderson.
I
Henderson
like they-
could even
You
lead.
got to go with somebody at least on the defense. I know they need a line help, but
I think a guy like Mike Green could really be on the table.
for sure. I mean,
he was a
he's-
sack
he
machine.
Yeah, he led the league in sacks, I believe.
D line's still on the table. Obviously, they
sure.
could look there. If they want to go O line, Zabel looks amazing.
Right. They could.
Malachi Stark's still there too. If you want to put him into the convo, I think he'll fall a little more.
Yeah, there's a lot of great options on the table for them here.
I'm leaning Mike
Especially on the
Green.
defense. I like Mike Green pick too. A lot of people have been mocking that, but I like it. The
I
kid,
just like how it looks.
I don't remember how many sacks he had. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's like 16 and a half or
But yeah,
something.
led the league.
Insane kid.
Now Seahawks licking their chops at the O line.
A lot of great
Options still
on
here.
them.
Kelvin
Obviously,
Banks. I don't think
Kelvin.
Connerly would be in the conversation.
No.
Zabel. I would really be between
Booker,
those two.
Donovan could be
A lot of
as
people
well,
talk about like Golden.
just because Donovan can. A lot of people view him as either a guard or a tackle. He can kind of move around.
I like that.
Tyler
They're
Booker
always
viewed as underrated by
they're always
some,
missing on
some teams.
missing something. They need depth all the time. Obviously, some people said Matthew Golden. I don't love that. I
don't
mean,
like that.
you
They
can
don't
go
need
later.
to see.
You can look later. I mean,
They got Cup. They went and got Cup. They
even
don't
Jake
need
Bobo.
anything.
I mean, I think he's a good
Really?
three.
And, yeah, they got MVS.
But they're chilling.
He could be a 3.
They're really chilling at receiver. I mean, JSN is nasty.
Nasty.
Cooper Cup, obviously, and he's a great veteran presence.
Yeah.
So definitely a line.
Yeah.
Could look at
Man,
Calvin.
there's a lot of good options on the table here.
I know they're a team that likes. I mean, last couple of years it feels like they just kind of went best player available.
They did.
And
they did.
I mean, they
Texas
fit
guy.
each time though. At the same time,
You can have Kelvin Banks working with the buddy that they drafted last year, and
Byron Murphy.
obviously they would have worked with each other in college. That would be a fun duo
That'd be a
to
fun little
have.
sight in practice.
Yeah.
If they put him to guard, which a lot of people say he does fit, kind of the guard build.
Yeah.
What
I think that's where I'd lean. I know
do you think?
there's some great options there, but I think I'd lean towards Banks.
Thanks.
I feel like he's just a higher rated guy. He's on a different level than these guys. You
That's
can
fair.
move him anywhere.
I like it a lot.
Play him wherever you need. They might be taking more alignment in future in the draft here.
Yeah. Should be massive. Buccaneers, I really think we could be looking at a trade here.
For sure. Chargers on the table, but
They could get
Mika's
in
not
front of
there
the
anymore.
Broncos.
Mika's
There's
usually
a guy like Golden though.
the guy I have trade with the Chargers
sitting there. Golden could be a nice little option.
Going to be a great option. For
Even Burden. I mean, Burden is a. I mean, he was like preseason. He was like 1 overall. So
Yeah,
they could be looking at him. I think
here,
he's
so that's fair.
ranked a little higher, probably on some board.
If
I like trade here,
either Chargers,
Yeah,
Packers
yeah,
trade for
Chargers,
receiver,
like
Bills
that
can trade up
Packers.
for Matthew Golden.
especially like it being in Green Bay, they could have a little fun, trade up, and get their guy, get the crowd hype.
Honestly, they could.
That could be
They
fun.
could seriously use a receiver. Their own running back is
Low
calling
key
it
can
out.
see that. I like it.
I kind of like that. They trade up for Matthew Golden there?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking here.
I like that.
Matthew Golden in attendance too.
That'd be fun. I could see
Super
that'd
high.
be. That'd be. Sounds like a good song. You don't even need a second. There we go. Boom.
Let's do that.
It's running.
Make it easy.
Matthew Golden. Got that from the receiver.
Golden.
And to the Packers. It looks like a good fit to me. They've met with them, I'm pretty sure, at least once.
I love how it looks. Honestly.
I don't know.
Broncos, a lot of their guys.
Whoa.
Broncos, a lot of their guys have fell off the board. A lot of people like Hampton.
Yes, that's what I've been mocking pretty much every time.
I like
Obviously,
it. They could look D-line.
There are a lot of good D-line rounds too, so.
I'm looking at Hampton here.
Yeah, I feel like all the other guys kind of got taken.
I mean, a lot of talk of like how high Hampton could have been if Genty wasn't in his class.
Yeah.
Well,
Beautiful.
Pittsburgh Steelers sitting here, a lot of Shador talk. I don't think so.
I really hope not.
I don't think they're gonna go.
It's a Steelers fan.
I
I
don't
really
think-
hope they don't.
I don't think they'd sit here and go
Or else I
Shador
probably wouldn't be a fan anymore.
or Dart.
Yeah.
I don't want to see
Especially
either of that happen.
with these D linemen on the table, I feel like that's got to be where their head's at. I'd imagine.
Yeah. Derek Harmon, I mean, they visited with him a lot.
Yeah.
Well, not, they visited with him, and it came out that they liked him a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
It feels like
It
one
could
of
be
these
looking
guys
at-
got to come off the table here. Steelers seem
there
like
was
they,
even talks of
they're
George
a
Pickens
team that will stick in their own lane.
is tradable. I really hope that's not true.
That can't be.
I doubt
that
it's
can't be
true.
happening. You went and traded for DK. If you trade away Pickens, you're really just. I don't know what you're doing at that point.
We could be looking at a trade here.
Yeah. They could trade
A
back.
team like the
If
Eagles.
somebody like the Eagles want to trade for like a Jalen Walker or something.
I think they could
Or-
stick
Or
with all
Malachi
these
Starks
D-line.
from the Chargers could make sense.
With all these D-line cats here, I think they might stick and pick.
Yeah.
A lot of talk with Harmon. I low-key could see Walter Nolan.
For sure.
Maybe even going here.
I think I'd still lean Harmon just because of how much they supposedly loved him and meted with him. But Nolan is a guy that, like, for some people is ranked, like, as a top 10 player in the draft. But he has character issues. I don't know if that passes with Mike Tomlin or not.
He loves guys with character issues.
Derek Harmon just looks more right to me. I don't
We'll
know.
go Harmon.
It looks like
I like both. But we'll go Harmon. Chargers. They could be looking
Kenneth
like
Grant
Kenneth
for
Grant,
sure because of
the
Harbaugh.
connection. Receiver, they could force. Probably not at this point.
Right. But
They
they're
could be
still a
looking
league of-
edge. They need a guy with Khalil Mack. Jalen Walker could be that kind of guy.
Could be
James
that guy,
Pierce,
yeah.
even Donovan Ezeraku. He's ranked a lot higher on some people's draft
I feel like all
boards. Could see
like
him.
James Pierce on a lot higher. Like for me, I think Pierce is
Even Nick
being
Scoring's
underrated,
ranked
man.
higher for a lot of people.
Pretty edge rusher class.
I don't know. They can go a lot of spots here.
They could. They do have a lot of picks. Probably not gonna trade back here.
I mean, Kenneth Grant makes sense.
Yeah. I'm down to go with slow D line run here. If you want to go with that.
I'm down.
Yep. Makes sense.
We'll go Kenneth Grant. Now the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
I've had a guy in mind here.
They're a team that I've had pick James Pierce in pretty much every single one of mine. So he just feels like a Baker Mayfield kind of mindset.
There's
I don't know, just
someone
kinda
else
looks
that's been in my mind though. For the Buccaneers, a little
Starks.
reachy, but I like Carson Schwessinger to the
A lot of people view him
Buccaneers.
as a possible first round guy, and looking at him, he looks like he's just gonna be a phenomenal
He
linebacker
looks like a
in the NFL.
Buccaneer to me. I don't know.
So I could see him have a little red sleeve on, going back there. I could definitely see that if you want to go with it. I'm down. Let's
I like
have
it.
we need
I like
something
it.
that's kind of more reachy.
Here's
Looks like
another
it.
spot where we could look at a trade.
Yes.
The Vikings are desperate when it comes to picks, and I don't know. It makes a lot of sense for them to trade back.
I feel like they have to. They definitely needed secondary help,
They
but
could go with a guy like Malachi Starks.
corners have already been taken off the board. You can wait for one of those guys in the second round.
You could even see a team like the Dolphins, if they were like to trade Jalen Ramsey, they could be looking at these linemen. You could be looking at Giants.
When the Texans are there at the Cardinals spot, I do like to have the Jaguars sometimes trade up and take one of those O-linemen, but
I like that. I like that.
Texans already trade up. Also, Josh Simmons is the guy I normally have, the one taken off the board. He's already taken off the board. So
could be looking at a team like the Giants trade back up.
Right. Even the Browns.
Shador.
Browns could trade up for the double. Man, he does look like a Giant.
Just feels like they don't have any room left. I kind of like Giants.
I go with the Giants there.
To maybe trade up.
Both Giants and Browns have the
get their guy.
picks to make the move. It feels like one of them have to make the move.
Feels like they're tired of waiting. They're sitting in Minnesota. They're getting a little anxious.
Getting a little antsy.
That their guy could fall out. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. What are they in there? I don't know.
Neil wants that.
Future or
Get
something.
him in the 7.
Future.
Well,
Future beast. Or
And then Shador time in the Big Apple.
it doesn't let us do it because they don't have a first rounder because it's only first round draft. So we're just gonna have to pretend like it's the Giants.
You pretend like it's the Giants. Shador.
Off the table.
Goes off the board in the Big Apple. I can see it. You know, just hitting the watch. In New York, I
I
love
see
it.
the TikTok edits now. I'm gonna make one.
Jalen Walker's still on the board. I'm getting a little nervous. I don't know if he's a 10-game draft. I have to look into that.
James Pierce kind of getting Darnold vibes.
Could be looking at D-line.
Right, D-line corner again would be more of what they need, in my professional opinion.
Yeah, I don't think they should go edge.
But you never know.
A guy like Jahad Campbell's there.
Especially with Walter Norris on the
needed.
table, I don't know if, was it Gannon? Is he on the Cardinals? Or is he on the Colts?
I think he did.
I don't know. Whichever one came from the East over there.
Yeah, I think it's
He
Gannon.
likes his defensive monsters.
That's
I think
true,
Walter
that's
Norris feels like the pick to me.
I like it.
The kid's an absolute muncher.
Absolute muncher. He'll get him right.
Right.
Rams. They're a tough one
Ton
for
of
me.
different options you can go. I had them take Shaban on my
They
last
could
one.
look at corner.
Obviously, Shaban.
Jahad Campbell's sitting
Injured
there. They
last
could look at
season,
him.
Shaban was. He can be viewed as a high
I think
guy.
they can even
for people
look
that
at Jackson
draft
Dart
for
here.
Sure.
Or
It's
even
about
another
Stafford.
situation could be, we could see a trade up here for Jalen Walker right in front of the Ravens.
For sure. That would make sense.
We
too.
could be looking at
Think
the
about
Eagles maybe trading up
that. I'm kind of down for that.
and going right in front of them. And then the Rams, where they would be sitting right in front of the Browns and taking Dart maybe.
I can actually see the East team taking Starks and do either one of
That's
those
right.
Georgia
They could
guys.
even go Starks.
I kind of see it.
Eagles make sense. There's a lot of talk they're going to be active
Right.
when it comes to the
They
draft.
always are, so it's not like
Little
that's
later.
a crazy report.
It just feels like their time to.
They got a lot of. They
Oh,
got
and then a
fair amount of picks.
You want to go second round and do something bad?
maybe just second, third, maybe.
I don't know if I want to get up second, but
think they'd be down to get it if I don't know for the pick. But I don't know.
whatever. One round right. So
Doesn't matter.
that's all that matters. Starks.
Starks. Obviously, they lost Connor Johnson in the offseason there, and the Ravens could use either one too. So it makes sense to go up for either one of these guys. Yum yum yum.
I think I'll go Walker.
It's fair. Just like in my mind, even before the draft was starting, just Starks looked like it needed to be.
Fair.
Solid, you know what I mean?
I don't know if they
It's fair,
can
it
sit
doesn't
here and
matter.
not go Walker. It's just
It's definitely fair, and I don't necessarily want to have him fall into the second round. And he doesn't look like a Raven to me.
yeah.
We'll go with that, but me, I don't know. I think some way, somehow, Eagles are going to end up with Starks, even though I haven't been picking it in my mock draft either. I think it's going to happen, and I hope it happens.
Sitting here, they could look at Starks.
For sure.
They could be looking inside O-line. Zabel sitting there. I'd be mad if they went him.
I could see him taking just somebody just, like random.
Could even
O-line.
see him going edge with James Pierce, Donovan Ezra
As a Raku as well, but like they took Zay Flowers. I feel like people are kind of forcing that.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it could still happen, but
What do you like here?
I don't know. Even a Nick would be in play, but
Nick Menway.
I think I could definitely see a double Georgia happening.
Sewell.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where else they can really go. They could go James Pierce.
To me, Pierce looks more like, I mean, possibly a Lion. Even like, it feels like it could be the pick there, especially with them needing the edge.
I think they could even go Donovan.
Yeah, I can definitely see that too. But I don't know. I feel like double Georgia, give it to me.
Double Georgia?
Feed me.
Feed them.
Yeah, a lot of great
options on the table, honestly.
Feels like for the Lions,
reachage.
Their biggest need is edge rusher. After last year, once Hutchinson got hurt, it was just absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
I just feel like they need some serious depth there.
I like how Ezeraku looks, but
I'm down with that if you want to go with that. Obviously, they already took Hendon Hooker the other time. That might be why Tennessee looks good next to them. But
I'll go Donovan.
We'll go Dono.
Commanders.
I've been having a potential trade.
They could be looking at trade. I want to look at their picks again because they're kind of low on picks.
Yeah, they only got like 5 picks, I think. Yeah.
Kind of low on picks. Makes sense. I don't know who would want to trade up.
Rams trade back up for him.
Zabell's sitting here. It feels like someone should trade up for him, honestly.
I could see that, but he definitely looks like a guy to me also that could fall into the second round. But
fair.
I don't know.
Who needs like O-lines?
Yeah, there's a lot of O-line on the table.
Who needs O-line like that? It's hard to think of the teams that are like top of the second round.
Raiders maybe. The Niners could trade. They have a lot of picks and they're kind of up there.
That's facts. They could be.
They want to make a move in front of the Bills and the Chiefs.
That'd be kind of heat.
I don't know. I think a trade happens though.
I do think a trade happens. I don't know for who. That's the question. Great spells, but
there is a lot of alignment on the team. I mean, even Booker and Donovan, like those are great players. I think the Chiefs are gonna take one of them.
I think they'll probably take Donovan.
They look like Donovan to me. Yeah.
So and the Booker fall. I don't know. I'm down to do the Niners.
All right.
Trading up for Zabell.
Say the Niners. You can't do it.
Sorry.
So we'll have the Niners. They'll trade up. They'll take.
I could look at teams here, I guess, just so I have a picture in my mind.
Yeah, but let's see where the Niners.
Just in
Where's their
case.
spot at though? Let's see where the Niners situation looks like if they want to make that.
It's in at 43. I mean, it's close.
Yeah, that's pretty close. And they got plenty of
probably
other picks to make a move.
Just make sure. Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, glow.
Spell, great pick by them. They have a good draft, huh?
They're doing phenomenal. Grand though.
Okay.
Bills. A lot of talk about corner Trey Amos. A lot of talk about him going to the Bills.
I definitely think Amos would be a bad selection, but
receiver they could be looking at.
Bad picks at him.
I mean, Keon Coleman didn't necessarily break out. I don't think he looked that good. Khalil Shakir did though. He looked good.
Right,
but that's all they have.
Something there, especially losing Amari Cooper. I could see him picking up somebody, but I don't know how impactful that'd be.
Maybe like a Keenan Allen, they pick him up.
That'd be a good.
Could be like D-line, probably not.
It could be like a
corner. They'll probably be looking corner. I could see him going Trey Amos, but
see him going Amos, maybe even a Benjamin Morrison. I think he graded well at the combine and everything. If he wasn't injured, I feel like he was.
I love guys that are like that.
Good pick before.
Siobhan Ravel, same situation.
Right. To me, I feel like Siobhan's gonna be around. We don't have to roll that, but I kind of like it.
I kind of like Dart going there, low key. Just because it'd be fun.
It seems like a good under.
Siobhan.
I'd be out of it. I'm a fan of him.
What are you thinking here?
I don't know. You can make this pick because I want Siobhan.
I'm gonna go Siobhan.
Whoa!
No.
Now we're pushing limits here. Turn me down, turn me off.
It's been a minute since we've seen a corner go.
Yeah.
It's gonna be looking at the Bird. I mean, he's phenomenal. Kind of want to give him Amos.
I'm down with that. Bad picks happen. I think the Bills can make a bad pick.
Said who we like here. We like Donovan Jackson.
Donovan.
I think he could go to the outside.
They need tackle or inside alignment, so kind of put him wherever you need. But no,
honestly, a lot of options that I can see Rams going, like Campbell, Dart, Siobhan. I do like Siobhan there.
I feel like he's higher.
I like them all.
NFL teams.
Yeah, we need quarterbacks as well.
He could potentially be the best.
I don't think quarterbacks are going to go. I mean, people are talking about like, oh, maybe 4 quarterbacks go. I think we're pushing it. That was like a one-day thing.
Right. I think it's.
Let's not do that. They're not amazing quarterbacks.
3 or 2.
And I could see Dart Milrow falling.
2 or 3 looks good.
I like it.
Bam! That's going to do it. We give you guys one more scan through there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We got
5's
5.
not bad.
And well, we had 2 that we couldn't do.
Oh, that's right.
So 7 trades. That's 6.
That's delicious. And when it comes to players, I mean, it can happen.
For sure.
These type of players.
I like the guys we kind of had fall there. It looked good to me.
One little scan through. We'd like to get Diffie around here.
For sure.
I like how it looks.
This looks like a good draft. I'm honestly happy with how it turned out. You get a little uncomfy with a combine of great picks.
Obviously, that's Giants. Whatever, yada yada. You get the point. Niners.
Yeah. Great draft. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. We'd really appreciate. Subscribe, join the squad. Comment down below what you guys would do different. I don't know what's up. Who are the Jags gonna like? Comment down below who the Jags are gonna do.
We're gonna have a ton of draft content. We're just gonna flood you guys.
So make sure you guys
flood your recommended page. Hopefully,
got over all the eggs. Yes.
See you guys in the next one. Hopefully. Can't wait for the draft tomorrow.
Please click the next vid. That's about. Pick one of these 2 vids. They're popping up right now. Do it.